Today, Alex will be making a conduit at his base. To make one, he needs a heart of the sea, nautilus shells, and prismarine blocks. So as part of today's adventure, Alex will build a guardian farm in order to have easy access to prismarine blocks. To prepare for this, he needs potions, specifically potions of invisibility and water breathing. Optionally, potions of night vision also can help, as he will spend much time underwater where lighting is poor. Conduits are helpful because they will passively kill hostile mobs like the drowned and enable Alex to walk in the water around his base without water-breathing potions. He can stay in the water within a 96-block spherical radius of his conduit. Within this range, he will enjoy better lighting and can breathe underwater indefinitely. Conduits are useful when one would want to construct an underwater build, or hunt for squid, or collect resources. The first step for Alex is to obtain a heart of the sea, which can only be obtained by finding buried treasure. To find buried treasure, Alex first needs to find a treasure map. Where else can a treasure map be found but aboard a pirate ship? Therefore, Alex finds a sunken ship and looks for the 3 chests aboard every sunken ship to find the treasure map inside. Treasure maps can also be found in underwater ruins, but ships are better, as there is always a treasure map in a ship. Besides treasure maps, sunken ships have really good loot in them, usually gold, iron, emeralds, and other useful items. Eventually, Alex finds the chest with the treasure map inside. Hooray! X marks the spot. Having a mod like Zero's minimap is really useful when navigating with a map. The map always presents facing north and shows where the player is relative to the map. Currently, he shows in the northwest part of the map and must therefore head east and a little south to reach the treasure. He sets out to fly in this direction. Now he is just north of the treasure and must head south. Once he is directly over the red X in the map, he knows that he can begin digging. The buried treasure is always located in the 9th X and 9th Z coordinate of the chunk, and although Alex knows this, he always enjoys randomly breaking blocks until he finds the buried treasure, just like a real pirate. He finds the heart of the sea and some other useful loot and keeps it all. He heads back to his boat and begins the second part of his adventure, raiding a sea temple. Alex drinks each of the 3 potions he brewed in advance before heading to a sea temple that he has found. The first step is to kill the 3 Elder Guardians in the sea temple, which will give him mining fatigue as long as they are alive. This makes it impossible for Alex to break the blocks of the sea temple. As he cannot break blocks with his pickaxe, he uses TNT, surrounded by solid blocks and a single redstone block placed at the end to ignite the TNT. As the Elder Guardians are always located in the same place in the Sea Temple, he strategically breaks the blocks with TNT in the locations presented here. Note that the Elder Guardian drops sponge blocks when they are killed, which are a really useful block to remove water from large areas. Alex will keep the sponge blocks for later. In case Alex wants more sponge blocks, they can sometimes be found hidden in a few rooms in the Sea Temple. Once he has killed the 3 Elder Guardians, Alex can build the Guardian Farm. The items required to build the farm are listed here. He begins by removing the top part of the sea temple, exposing the top platform. He counts inwards 3 blocks from any of the 4 corners of the platform and adds a 3x3 base out of soul sand. He also adds a soul sand on each of the 4 corners of the platform. He then places 44 scaffolding around the edges of the 3x3 platform, leaving the soul sand in the center open, so a bubble column will remain there. Alex goes to the top of the scaffolding, which should all be at Y level 101, and adds a single scaffolding block in the center of the 3x3 platform. There, he will place a single water source block at the center scaffolding. He places a single kelp on the center of the soul sand platform and uses bone meal to extend the height of the kelp. Alex places the water in the center scaffolding at the top of the platform, which creates flowing water down to the sea level. Now Alex can bone meal the kelp so it reaches the top of the scaffolding and converts the flowing water into source water blocks. Next, Alex adds 6 scaffolding on each of the 4 corners of the sea temple platform above the soul sand. At the surface, Alex joins the 4 corner scaffolding to the central scaffolding tower. This creates a larger scaffolding platform at sea level, surrounding the tower. Alex's potions wear off, and he immediately consumes more so the guardian fish don't kill him. After building the scaffolding base at sea level, he will build a wall around it using glass blocks. But first, Alex completes the underwater build by adding soul sand above the entire sea temple platform as presented here. He completes the wall around the scaffolding base and breaks the kelp in the center of the scaffolding tower, which converts the water to a bubble column and propels Alex to the top of the tower. From there, he descends 2 levels to Y level 99 and builds a glass platform as presented here. On the platform, Alex adds 3 double chests, which will be the collection area for the Guardian drops. He adds 10 hoppers feeding into the 3 double chests, which is where Alex will build his kill area. He extends the scaffolding to the hoppers and adds glass blocks above the chests. He then uses stone walls to build a containment area for the Guardians. He temporarily places dirt blocks on the far end of the platform, places soul campfires over the hoppers, before then using the dirt blocks to place water flows to push the Guardians to the campfires. He then replaces the dirt with stone walls. Alex then covers the platform with glass blocks. With that, the kill area for the Guardians is complete. Alex then builds an AFK spot for himself by adding 86 scaffolding at the far end of the kill platform. He goes to the top of the scaffolding at Y level 185 and builds a small place where he can just stand and wait. He adds a slab over his head so he can AFK under it. Finally, he adds water flows to the sea level platform by placing water source blocks in the 4 corners and 4 more water source blocks along the walls exactly at the middle point of each side of the scaffolding tower. Once this is done, Alex just AFKs on the upper platform. The Guardians will be pushed to the kill chamber, where they will die on the soul campfires. They are pushed up by the soul sand bubble columns on the top of the sea temple to the surface, and the water flows at the surface push them to the scaffolding tower, where the single bubble column pushes them to the kill zone. As squid will also spawn in the same space, they will also be collected and will drop inksacs for Alex. This then makes the Guardian farm into a squid farm as well. After a period, Alex returns to the kill zone to see what he has collected. He has prismarine shards and prismarine crystals, with which he can make all the prismarine blocks, including sea lanterns. He will also get cod and inksacs from his farm. With the inksacs, Alex can craft black dye, which he can use to make his favorite prismarine block, dark prismarine. Dark prismarine is also a decorative block for making roofs, and before copper and warped wood was introduced in the game, was the only way to obtain green roofing blocks. Alex returns to the Trident farm that he made in a previous episode and collects the Nautilus shells, which were dropped by the drowned mob. With the Heart of the Sea and the Nautilus shells, Alex can craft a conduit. All that remains is for Alex to build the conduit housing with the dark prismarine blocks he crafted. He heads to the river by his base and places 3 rings, made out of prismarine as presented here. In the center of the 3 rings, he places the conduit. Much like enchanting tables, there must be a 1-block water space between the conduit and the rings. While only 1 ring is required for the conduit to function, 3 rings along all 3 axes maximizes the radius of the conduit's effectiveness. The conduit is built. Join Alex and make a guardian farm of your own. Dig for buried treasure and build a conduit. We hope to see you soon.